So this lesson is going to focus on the geometric series with using this series formula. Here's a definition, you don't need to write it down. The definition of a geometric series is taking those geometric terms in a geometric sequence and adding them together. So this first example, let's say you don't need to write down. We have a geometric sequence, and we want to add them up and find out what is the sum of those four terms. So you just take 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16, which is 32. Now we're going to teach you how to do this with a formula, because sometimes these sequences can get pretty big and you wouldn't want to enter them all in your calculator. So here's the formula. S of n represents how many terms you're adding up. So in the last example, that was 4 terms. N represents the number of terms in the sequence. T sub 1 represents the first term. And R represents the common ratio. Go ahead and pause if you need to. So here's our example. Given the first 5 terms of this geometric sequence, what is the sum? Now, true, we could take the time and add up these 5 terms and be done. But like I said, down the road, they're not going to be all this easy. So step 1 is to identify the pieces in the series. So n represents how many terms we have, which is 5. 5 total terms. T sub 1.
Daniela Flores to the main entrance, please. Daniela Flores to the main entrance.
T sub 1, which is the first term. The common ratio, we haven't found that yet. So we're going to find the common ratio. To start with any term, I'm just taking term 2, and divide it by its previous term, term 1. So term 2 is 4. Term 1 is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So the common ratio going from one term to the next is multiplying by 2. So my common ratio is 2. And we want to find the sum of these 5 terms using this formula. So now step 2 is to go ahead and substitute the pieces into the formula. So term 1 is 2. 1 minus r. R was 2. Raising it to the 5th power, because that's my n, and then 1 minus r. Be careful on this that you use the appropriate orders of operations. So I'm going to go inside the large parentheses, and I'm going to focus on the exponent. So 2 to the 5th power is 32. And now within that parentheses, I'm going to clean up the numerator and denominator. So 1 minus 32 is negative 31. And then 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Then negative 31 divided by negative 1 is positive 31. And then 31 times 2 is 62. So the sum of these 5 terms is 62. You could also check by adding up these 5 terms, and you should get 62.